Guys, just wanted to share something with you. Since this channel is just about, sharing some insights with you, I normally talk about the inner version of ourselves, the inner growth. But lately, the world is changing so fast and technology is changing so fast. And I'm super fascinated about technology. When I was younger, I was very passionate about tech. I think it was just because it's a way for to see how the human being's technology is going towards and what we can actually do practically in terms of how we interact with the world. And it's a way to see how we can improve. So all these things about innovation and science fiction, they were also everything about, improvement. And it made me very excited and fascinated. And lately I was, working sometimes with this AI, this artificial intelligence and all these things, and thinking about how it is. Will it be, substitute us? How it is? And I noticed this Zuckerberg, that created, of course, Meta and Facebook, releasing these Orion, these new glasses that are not just headsets, but it made me feel that it's kind of an iPhone moment, like when was Steve Jobs presenting the iPhone that changed basically how we interact with technology. And so it changes, of course, how human beings live our lives. And as I mentioned in other videos, I'm not afraid of human intelligence versus artificial intelligence, because I think human beings have not just the intellect. Artificial intelligence, they cannot substitute human beings. They can be a great tool, but it's like, mechanical things, technology that we created years ago, decades ago, when we created factories. They didn't substitute all that we human beings do, but many of the difficulties we have now, it's easier because of this technology. Same thing will be with the artificial intelligence, the same as a calculator. No, there are still mathematicians out there, but a calculator makes things a lot easier. Same thing, an artificial intelligence is not conscience. You cannot put consciousness in a machine, and so it will always be intellect. It's not the one thing that these guys don't understand. It should not be called artificial intelligence. It should be called artificial intellect. In spirituality, in yoga, we made a difference between all the parts of the mind and what we refer to as this part of the brain, of the mind, of the human mind, that can collect and gather data and make it in a way that creates new things, that it's kind of, digesting the same thing over and over again, like artificial intelligence, what it does in an infinite scalable way. It's the intellect, but it's not intelligence. So probably one day it will also become more intelligent, but it will never be able to be conscious by itself. And so it can be a very super good tool if we learn how to use it, like everything else, like these Orion glasses. I was watching the presentation and wondered, wow. So when I was younger in science fiction, I always watched these things and said, wow, I will want one day one single device that can do everything. But the problem with devices right now, it's like these headsets and these AR and technology thing, it's that they are things that you put in front of you and they make you distant from life. It kind of creates a different thing inside a computer or everything. It tries to replicate life, but it's not you interacting with other lives. You cannot say stay in with other people and have a headset on with AR, augmented reality. But with glasses, it all changes, because technology should be a way that make our lives easier. And what is the purpose of life is not, the purpose of being happy, connecting and being in union with everything else and also with others, connected to everything, but attached to nothing. And technology is a way to make our lives productive, but also make it easier and be more in union. That's why social media and all these things was created. But glasses, it's such a good way to make it that far. And so I think it will change the future. But probably, as I watch in other podcasts with this Mark Zuckerberg and other people, In the future, probably there will always be headsets and other things for different kinds of purposes, and glasses will be one of the main ones, but it will not be the only one. Like right now, there are social media and other things. The problem with that, what it is, it's that technology, like social media and stuff, it should not make, like, it should not use us. We should use it. The problem with technology is like having a good knife or a good car. You can do great things with a knife or a car if you learn how to use it properly. But if you cannot use it and you manage to be used by it, or you use it compulsively, then it can be very dangerous. You can also crash a car, or you can kill other people with a knife. So same thing with the social media and stuff. You don't need to overuse them, and you need to learn how to use them properly. So I think in the future, if we want to make our lives as human beings better and live in tandem and in unison and in harmony with this technology, it should be like a very important thing for new generations to learn as a priority that everything we see online is not reality. It's just a tool, like the mind that we need to use. It's the same problem with the mind. All of our problems, or 95% of our problems, it's because in the last thousands of years, we now have a mind and a thinking mind. And so instead of being present, we created ourselves narratives that make us not happy, going further and further from the source. And so instead of feeling united with everything else as we are, we go in our minds and creating complexities and egos and stuff. I hope it will not happen the same thing with technology. Instead of making it as a tool for our well being, as the mind should be a very important tool for creativity, imagination, we don't need to make it a way to get even more entangled, like with our minds, than with our technologies. It should be a way to liberate us and make us better as a species instead of feeling worse. Because most of the people right now feel bad because of their minds, and they suffer because of their minds. So they're not using these tools consciously, they are being used compulsively. So that's the problem. Let's not make technology have the same purpose. I also kept watching some podcasts and interviews with Mark Zuckerberg and other people, and they were talking about what will be the future, these glasses or headsets or other things. And they said that probably it will be mainly different things like we have right now. So for this next future, next version of people, we'll probably have headsets, but also we will have holographic glasses like this one, AR glasses, displayless glasses. We all have very different kinds of things. Probably yes, this will be the future. Let's see how it is. But fortunately, or let's hopefully, we'll have in the future something that's just one device for everyone that help us be more productive, but also connect us all instead of deviating our connection with everyone. Because let me know if not happiness is just union with everything and others, going back to the source. So technology should be a way to make us happier instead of keep going into compulsiveness into the mind, but be more conscious and using tools as necessary. Thanks guys for watching. Let me know what do you think.